A good Erev Shabbos. Erev Shabbos, Parshas Devarim, we start a new book of the Torah. Erev Shabbos, Shabbos Chazon, which is the Shabbos before Tisha B'Av. And it gets its name, Shabbos Chazon, the Shabbos of vision, from the beginning of the haftorah. Chazon Yeshayahu is the vision of the prophet Isaiah. And the truth is we have a couple of Shabbos during the year that are similar to this. We have Shabbos Chazon. We have next Shabbos, Shabbos Nachmu. It's got a name, and the name is created from the haftorah itself. Shabbos Shuva Yisrael Hashem Lekecha, return of Israel to the Lord your God. These Shabbos are shaped by the concept that's presented in the haftorah. Shabbos Shuva is all about Shuva Yisrael, it's all about return. Shabbos Nachmu, it's all about comfort. What's Shabbos Chazon? This Shabbos, the Shabbos of vision, the Shabbos of some kind of prophetic vision, some kind of vision. How's that a description of the Shabbos? I understand that Shuva is a description of that Shabbos, and I understand that Nachmu is a description of that Shabbos, but how is Chazon a description of that Shabbos? The Nesiv Shalom says very beautiful, that he says that the concept of Chazon, the concept of vision, is actually essential to the Shabbos. And it's fundamental to our existence during Golus. The Navi says many dramatic things in this week's haftorah. The Navi says that Shimu Shamayim V'Hazina, listen, O heavens and earth. Yoda Shor Koneu V'Chamorav Uzbalav. A donkey knows where it gets its food from, and the ox knows who takes care of it. But Yisrael lo yoda, Amilo is bonam. But the Jews, they don't understand. The Jews don't get it. Lamali, says the Navi, why do I need the majority of your sacrifices? Because if they're empty, they're doing nothing for me. The Navi says, look at how the Jewish people of Jerusalem sits like a zayna. There are so many incredible offerings of pain that the Navi says. But then when you look at the very beginning, though, very carefully, the Navi starts this diatribe, really, starts this whole lament against the Jewish people. The lament against, look at where we have come, look at how far we have dropped. Shimu Shamayim V'Hazini Oretz, Ki Hashem Diber, because God has spoken, Bonim Gidalti V'Reimamti. I raised these children, Ve'im Pashubi, and they rebelled against me. They sinned against me. Talking about the dissolution of the Jewish people. How we've gone from this incredible people and this incredible nation to being so empty. Yet look at what he calls us. Bonim Gidalti. We stopped acting like Banim a long time ago. So why still call us Banim? If you're talking about our sins, you're talking about our transgressions, why are you still calling us Banim? Because we might have stopped behaving like children. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu never stopped being our dad. Banim atem l'Hashem Elokechem is eternal. That we are his children, that's forever. No matter how bitter the gullus, no matter how far we stray, he still sees us as Banim atem l'Hashem Elokechem. And when do we feel his love the most? When do we feel the most like his children? On Shabbos. Why dafka on Shabbos? Why not in any mitzvah? When we're involved and engaged in any mitzvah, we should feel like we're the children of God, like we're connected to God. Shabbos is a little unique. Shabbos is unique in the sense that almost all other mitzvahs are connected to Na'aseh v'Nishma, connected to Mount Sinai, connected we will do and we will listen. Connected to our acceptance of the mitzvah. But not Shabbos. Shabbos was given to us in a place called Mara, in the place of the bitter waters. And it was a result of an incredibly deep love that God had for the Jewish people. We didn't earn it. It was his loving gift to us. And that's the Chazon. That's the vision. That God can see us for who we really are. Banim atem l'Hashem Elokeichem. And that his love rises above the transgressions and the sins and the distance that we put between us. This Shabbos, we feel it most profoundly. We've gone through a week of the 9 days of deep mourning. In the middle of all this pain and sorrow, all of a sudden comes Shabbos. We know the darker the room, the more powerful is that little light. Shabbos Shuvah is about return. Shabbos Nachmu is about comfort. Shabbos Chazon is about the realization that even in the darkness of Gullus, Banim atem l'Hashem Elokeichem, it's easier to endure the darkness of Gullus, and it's easier to be motivated to want to breach the distance that exists between us and God, when we don't have to be embarrassed and ashamed and think that he's rejected us, when we're reminded, Banim atem, you're still my children. And if we can keep that in our minds as we sit on the floor and mourn on Tisha B'Av, as we cry over the loss of connection to God, we recognize that it's our loss because God's still connected to us. God still loves us. Banim atem l'Hashem Elokeichem. This should be the last year that we sit on the floor and mourn over Tisha B'Av, mourn over the destruction of the temple. It should quickly, speedily in our days, become a day where we don't have to remind ourselves of the love that God has for us, but that we feel it so profoundly in every single thing we do. Every day, every moment screams out to us, Banim atem l'Hashem Elokeichem. You are my beloved children. The beautiful, incredible, uplifting Shabbos of Chazon.